people from investing. And we look at inadequate capital, over reliance on natural conditions, especially when you are farming, inadequate knowledge about investments, when you don't have any knowledge about it, where even to invest, what kind of things that you have to even put your savings or your money to invest. It also prevents people from investing. Then abuse of money, when you don't plan you don't make any plan or provision for the use of money and you spend it anyhow, you will not get some to save and later to invest. We looked at reasons for investments: to gain income, to increase current income, increase the value of invested money, expand the purchasing power of people, and for the future, so that you can maintain your present standard of living, or for specific purposes such as funding children's education. We looked at transfer. Transfer is also on its own as one of the activities that takes place when you are planning the use of your money. And we said that any money that is being used that is not used by the members of the nuclear family, but given to people outside the family, and it can be to your as gifts to extended family members, as contribution towards any family venture, tithes that we give at church offering. All these comes under transfer. Then consumption, the one that is being used, the part of the income that is being used within the nuclear family, that is the consumption. We also looked at credit, that is obtaining something and then paying it later, or postponed or deferred payment. And we look at reasons why people use credit. When you don't have the money, but you want to acquire that item, that is to meet emergencies such as taking care of sick family member, to consolidate old debt. It enables individual to purchase expensive items, and people use credit for lack of any other opportunity. We looked at the types of types of credit: service credit, sales credit, and then cash loans credit. With sales credit, we have three types: the installment credit, the revolving credit, and high purchase. With installment credit, when you buy the item, you pay any amount that you so wish to pay, that you can pay for. Then the rest of the money is being shared with interest. Then you pay it in installments. So if, let's say, you are going to buy a deep freezer and it is 110,000, any amount that you can pay, maybe at that very instance you only have 500 cedis, so you will give the storekeeper or the owner 500 cedis, remaining 9,500. The 9,500, they calculate interest on the 9,500, and normally, when the longer it takes, the more interest you pay. So if you are going to the 9,500, maybe you've made up your mind to use 10 months, or let's say 1 year to pay, then they will tell you the interest rates per that year. So if, let's say, it is 25, then they find out the 25% of 9,500, then they add it to the cost of the item. Then they divide it by the 12 months, and every month what you have to pay will be communicated to you, and then you do it as it is. The revolving credit is normally on consumable item. It is revolving because you never finish paying. They give you a threshold of the amount that you need to pay, the amount of your credit limit. So maybe they will tell you you can credit up to 5,000. You can't go beyond 5,000. So if you credit around 5,000, then if you have the means, you go and defray some. If you defray some, it gives you room to add on. So it might be that this month you go and pick items 5,000, you will not be able to pay. Maybe within the middle of the month, you can get some money. You go and defray some of the costs without necessarily taking another thing. So it looks like you are always owing, and then you are adding up to the items or adding up to the loan every now and then. And we said that it is called revolving because the customer may continue to charge on the account up to the card limit and pays a specific portion or the entire bill each month. We also looked at high purchase. The high purchase, you look at the item, then you pay 1/3 of the item. The rest is being spread and given being spread over the period that you wish to pay the items with. Then we looked at service credit. That is credit services that we receive from service providers that we pay at the end of the month, like telephone bills, water bill, light bill. And it is also termed as credit because you don't do instant payment. Then we looked at cash credit. That is obtaining loan money from any formal or informal sources. So a cash loan deals with money, obtaining money, and you can source it from either formal source or informal source. We looked at advantages of buying on credit. We also looked at the disadvantage of buying on credit. We also looked at how to use credit effectively. We said credit is, when last semester we saw that it is a resource, but how you use it will either become a burden or beneficial to you. So we looked at the various ways in which we can use credit to be of a benefit to the family. So that is where we got to last week. I hope you've gone through. Any question, Mavis? Mavis, please, let's hear from you.
Okay, madam. So it means that the installment to there will be calculation of interest.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Hello. Okay. If there's no question, then we'll go on to what we are to do today. That is budgeting. Is
Hello,
counselor
madam.
here? Yes. Is
Please,
counselor
with
here?
the
Madam, I'm present.
Today we will need your help very much.
Hey,
So
hello,
get ready.
madam.
Yes.
Please, with the revolving credits.
Yes, please.
So, I just want you to differentiate it for me. The revolving credit and then the high purchase. Because the high purchase, I've realized that the one the Nat Mall have been doing, when they come, they call it high purchase. They will bring the goods, they will give you the goods, and then they will just spread it. Then I don't know whether that should be called high purchase. And then secondly, with the revolving credit, you say that's where a customer buys, is an agreement between you and then the, let's say, shopkeeper. Is it necessarily involving card
In
Thank
our
you.
Ghanaian, okay. Normally, thank you very much for your question. And I'm saying that all these type of credits, there has been some form of amendment in it, depending on the company that wants to issue it to make it attractive for its customers. Initially, for the installment credit, you will not take your item home. The item will be with the shopkeeper till you are done payment before you go for it. If you default payment, you don't get the item, you don't get your money back. But now there has been they are making it flexible for people to enjoy that service. So they give it out for people to go and use. You pay, you are initially, that is how installment credit is. You pay a certain amount, that is any amount that is in your pocket, or you can pay. Then the rest that is left on the item, they will tell you if you are buying it on credit for this number of years, then maybe the interest rate is 20%. So they will calculate 20% and add it to the price of the item, then divide it by the number of months that you wish to pay. The revolving credit in our Ghanaian setting, normally we don't use credit card. Maybe we are yet to be introduced to the credit card. But when you move outside the country, they issue credit card, which means that the amount of money that they've put on your card, I don't know their condition. Maybe they look at your financial strength and then tell you that maybe you can credit up to 5,000 at my shop. So they will give you a card. So as you buy the item, then you issue the card, then they will be deducting from it. When you pay some, then it adds up. In our Ghanaian setting, they are normally manually recorded. They write your name and then the amount that you maybe owe. Then when you come and pay, they subtract. That is how it is done in our Ghanaian setting, pen and paper. Is your question answered? Or if you need
Yes,
more
please. Yes, please. Thank you.
okay.
Madam,
Yes, please.
please with the installment credit. So assuming when you were going to buy the deep freezer, the price was 10,000. Then you have not finished payment and the price increases. Will you pay the new price or you stick to the old one when you went
You
to
stick
buy
to
the
the old
item?
one. It is the old one that
Or
they made the arrangement on it for you.
okay.
Uh-huh. And then with the high purchase that nowadays you don't pay anything. It is just like an amendment. They want more people to take it. So they've taken that clause off of paying 1/3, but it's still high purchase, which means that they are going to calculate the interest on the price of the whole item and charge you and spread it.
Thank you.
So who asked the question? Are you answering?
Yes, madam. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
please.
That credit, not credit more. It's a financial debt on its own. When they give you the item, you calculate, go to the market, survey the price, then calculate the amount that you will be paying 3 times the item
It's
by
true,
the time you
madam.
finish. Mhm. So if you have your means, just save a little and then get them to save you from financial stress.
Yes,
Okay.
madam.
Mhm. Today we'll be looking at budgeting. Hmm. Budgeting as a means of financial management. If you want to manage your finances very well, research is saying that we should be able to budget. Budget is one of the means by which people can control their expenses for them to get their financial independence. And it has shown that some people have done research and they are saying that most families find it difficult to follow a budget. Those they don't even make it at all. And those who make it even do not follow the budget that they themselves have prepared. And that during their survey, they found out that a lot of families owe a lot. They've been crediting from here, crediting from here, crediting from here. So their credits, their debt is getting more than what they are having. And there's an available evidence to suggest that these families are having problems with their finances. That is a general survey in US that families do not have, either when they do not have a budget, they don't plan for a budget. When they even plan, they don't comply with it, they don't follow it, and that a lot of families are in debt, crediting from different sources, and it is becoming a financial challenge to them. They also research by Hogan and Bois also found out that one of the most widely problems faced by family is financial matters. Whenever there is a divorce or there is a family challenge, family discord, the root of it is financial management. The counselors here, is it true?
To some extent, madam.
Mm-hmm. So when the cases that comes to you, can you confirm that what this researcher is saying is true? Because he is saying that is Bucharest. He is saying that almost 80% of young couples who divorced by age 30 report that financial problems were the primary cause of their divorce. We want to
Very
hear your
true.
voice.
Very true. Either directly or indirectly. You probe and
Mhm.
then find out that at the bottom part of it, it's all about money. Sometimes over expectation of how life would have been. When they get in, they don't find it that way. So the one who was looking for that kind of lifestyle, the person
And who are
decides
those
to go away.
who look for that kind of lifestyle? Is it the men or the women?
Madam, both. Sometimes a man will target a particular woman because he expects that the family background of that woman will make life easy for him. When they get
Marriage and
married and then he doesn't come on, then he starts misbehaving. And then the women too. It used to be the women, but for now it is both sexes. Everybody wants cheap side.
okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you. Any other
Welcome, madam.
counselor here to share with
Madam,
us? Yes.
Madam, please, we
Who
say
are
it's true.
we are receiving cases.
Madam, we say, Madam,
Yes.
Madam, it's true. The couples, before they get married, when it comes to their finances, everything is transparent. But here is a situation whereby after the marriage, now there is a challenge concerning about the finances. Now there's no more transparency again, to the extent that even when they ask for the money or the other one's work is going down, and because of that, it leads to all this. Now that at first both of them are working, and then there's that transparency. Sometimes the money will be on even the table for both of them to take it as the way it is. But due to some circumstances, all this is going to be over because when there's no, the trust body is no more there. That is what leads to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Rolling.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, for me, I'm not a counselor, but like I've analyzed the issue in this way. You know, most youth or men or women, when they want to marry, some they just see the couple in a fashionable way, or they just see the person. They don't go in need to investigate very well, or they just exaggerate. "Oh, when I marry this person, it will be okay," just due to the lifestyle the person is living. Because of, excuse me to say, immaturity, when they enter into marriage, they think everything should just be like when they were dating, how it used to be. They still want to go on with their fashionable lifestyle, and then meanwhile, by then children may set in, family problems may come. So because of lack of maturity, most of them at some point they become frustrated. The lady is expecting the man to be doing certain things, providing and doing this. Like in the mature couples, they will understand that, oh, at least if a man brings this, I bring that. Or maybe if a man do it to this point, I also do to this the other point. But they will be feeling like they are, maybe mostly the man is the one who is supposed to provide. Maybe the person saw that way, and the kind of lifestyle she is also living, she doesn't consider the way we were living is different. But now as children are coming, and then even the family, we have to be providing all this. So with that kind of financial pressure, it will lead to divorce. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. Memunatu, we take your last submission, then we move on. There will be a lot of questions for the counselors.
Okay, madam, please, to add to what I said already, concerning about the finances. At first, we were talking about transparency, but now look at the power struggling. At first, the woman is so down. By God's grace, now, due to education, she has rise up. And now that she has rise up, and then the salary is enough to cater for the family, she's now coming out with her powers to know that at the end of the day, she is earning more than the man. And for that matter, she can, her money that she's having, she know what to do. You cannot decide for her. So now she don't put the money anymore. And then she decided how much the man should bring it. That bring that conflict, and then the finances that we are talking about.
Okay, thank you. So, in the nutshell, do you agree, Memuna? You didn't land though.
Hello, madam.
That
Madam,
most of
please understand.
so, do you agree that most of these problems are due to financial? Most of the divorce cases and marital discourse are due to financial problems.
Yes, please, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And research has also shown that couples who remain happily married had wives who were more involved in handling various areas of family finance. Is it true? The counselors. Research is saying that most marriages, you see, some marriages are collapsing because there is no financial management. Some are also saying that those because they are not managing their finances. Those who are surviving the marriage is because they have wives, not husbands. So they have wives who are able to manage or handle the various areas of family finance. Hello.
Yes, madam, it is true.
Mhm.
For a husband to allow the wife to manage various aspects of their finances, it indicates a lot of things. One, you are not hiding money to cheat or do unnecessary other things because you have permitted your wife to come in. She's being, she's playing the role of checks and balances on you. When a man hides money, it is for some reasons. Maybe you have a girlfriend, you have a side chick, you have something you are doing the money with that you don't want your wife to know of. But for a man to bring the woman inside his finances and allow her to take control of various aspects, it means the man is ready to be transparent, or he's transparent and is giving the wife a role in his life so that he, the man, will not misbehave or spend money unwisely. It also shows a man who has swallowed or given up on his ego.
Mhm.
One thing that men carry and we don't want to let go, big ego. I am the man. What do you want to know about my finances? If a man allows the woman to control their finances, it means that man has overcome one of the biggest problems in life or in marriages, ego. And because
Mhm.
of these things, the marriage will surely thrive because there is unity now, oneness now. If you allow the woman into your finances, then which other aspects are you going to hide from her? Everything is plain. And that is what modern women want. If you do that with them, they will also open up to you and help you in every other way. Thank you.
Thank you. Memuna, the last submission, then we move on. Today you will come in plenty.
Okay, madam. Madam, for the man to allow the woman to manage the finance of the family, it means that when it comes to decision making, she brings a positive idea that will help both the parents, whether the parents are alive or not. The person is a kind of person that you say that, oh, this is the money that comes at the end of the month, or this month, this is the money that comes out. So after deducting it and everything for the family, please see to it that our parents too will get their portion. And then this portion, there's no discrimination, because you know that we are giving your father 50 cedi and my mother 250 cedi. And this woman always did it as it is said. She do deliberately say that, no, let me give my mommy 52 Ghana cedi and then my father-in-law 50 cedi. But because she genuinely disperse the money the way the husband have directed her, always one is ready to allow her to manage the family finances. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much.
Madam, please, I want to
And
say something.
mhm,
I want to say something little
Madam, good
concerning what
afternoon.
Counselor said. I
mhm,
believe that when a man notices that his wife is a good manager, he's not
mhm,
going to hide his or her finances from her.
mhm,
So, in the first place, even before they get married, men look out for all these things. Is the woman I'm getting involved with a manager? Is she a good manager? Will she be able to plan or organize the things in my house well? So if the man notices that this wife or this lady that I'm involved with has all these qualities, there's no way the man is going to hide his finances from the woman. Thank you.
thank you. And research have also shown that financial difficulties or financial discourse between families is not only on low income families, but across various income levels. So no matter what, you say that, oh, as for this person, he's receiving big amounts of money. So he will be able to, there's no financial burden on that person. But research is showing that no, it's cut across. The financial difficulty cut across. Whether low, medium, or high income earners, they are all having challenges of financial management. And the number of families in serious financial difficulties continues to mushroom. He said that a lot of families are getting this financial difficulty, even though there are proliferation of financial books at the market. Do people buy financial books?
No,
How many
madam,
of you,
we
how
don't
many
do
of
that.
you
Madam,
have
nowadays we don't
gone
buy
to
because
the
people don't see the
bookshop
need
and
of
says
it.
that, oh, I want to? Yes. These books are there, but people don't buy it. People enter into marriage without any financial or family finance background. It is not part of us. People, it is the only institution that you are not even schooled in before you enter. And I can say that counselors are also failing in that aspect. Do you provide financial management principles to your couples who are about to get married, the counselors? Do you take them through financial management?
Madam, we do. But you blame counselors unjustifiably.
Because I
Um,
was not given.
okay.
I was
For
not given. All that, oh, be humble to your wife, to your husband, be submissive and trust. Those are
Madam,
the
nowadays
messages.
we modify it, so we do.
madam,
But
you
the
know,
counseling that was provided to me, I don't even use it.
the counseling is like a framework. You get in and then you use what fits for you. But we unjustifiably blame counselors.
Mhm,
For marriages to work, you know, in days gone by, we train girls to be wives, we train boys to be husbands from their infancy. But today, we live our lives anyhow we want and anyhow we
yes,
deem fit.
yeah.
Then when it is 3 months to marriage, then we give these
Mm,
people to somebody called a counselor to train them for
mhm,
marriage. 3 months of their 26 years, 27 years, 28 years, the things
mhm,
they have gathered, the experiences, the wrong notions. Then we expect a counselor to do something within 3 months to change all of that, to get them
mhm.
ready for marriage. It doesn't work so.
So when should it actually start?
It should start from the home when they are kids.
Mhm,
It should be a lifestyle. And then counseling doesn't end. The problem with us is that when it is 3 or 6 months to marriage, then we give them to counselors. After marriage, we leave them. It has to be continuous. Every client of mine is still my friend. We go on. I will marry with you till forever, because that is how it should happen. So we don't blame counselors for marriages that break, because the 3 months and the 6 months to undo the 30 years of life experience of somebody, it doesn't work. It cannot happen. We do our best, but when there is a problem, we should go back to their homes and find out how was she trained, how was he trained to be a husband, or to be just a boy who is growing up, to be a wife, or to be just a girl who is growing up. This is somebody who went to university and had sex with about 10 boys, having threesome and going for nightclubs. They complete and find a husband, and then they pretend to have changed all of a sudden. They are given to a counselor. The experiences are still there. We cannot do that. We cannot undo all those things in 3 months, madam. We need a lot of time. And that is why counseling should be continuous. But the home plays a major role. When the home does the work well, counseling becomes easy, and the marriage will settle nicely. That is why we say that our mothers and our fathers, they were not happy in their marriages, just that blah 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 blah, our mothers were not happy. But the truth is, they were trained to be wife from their infancy. So when they go in, they know what to do as a wife. In those days when marriages were successful, we didn't even have counselors. The counselors were the moms and the dads. Now, children, it is extra classes. They go to school from 6 o'clock, close at 3, go to extra classes. Saturday, they go for classes. They don't know how to wash, how to cook, how to deal with people. Everything is books. First class. They come to marriage and they think marriage is like school education. It doesn't work so, madam. Thank you very much.
Okay. Do you provide financial counseling? That is my question.
100% we do.
Madam, yes, we do. Madam, we provide financial counseling. But sometimes, as you are providing financial counseling to them, some of them think you are interfering their finances or their background, what they have. So, as if you're a counselor, you should know that counseling is different from guidance. Else, you end up guiding them instead of you to counsel them on their finances. Let them know why they should manage wisely, and then why they should make good use of the little resources that they have, instead of them to get additional, or everything will be distracted from their hands. So as the counselors, we should know how we handle each couples when it comes to finances. That will help them. And apart from that too, we should also continue with the follow-up. Anytime you go to them or you call them, sometimes they even think you want to know something about their business or how they are managing their home. That is why they end up, and then their money and finances, everything is haphazardly.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. And the research is all these financial issues mushrooming into a lot of divorce boils down to inability of the family to make a budget. Families don't plan any budget, and that is what is leading to financial mismanagement and breaking up marriage. And this was supported by Mason, who said that fewer than 10% of families had high budget formality scores, including keeping written plans and records of expenditure. Do we have plans even as ourselves, as wives, as husbands? Do we have it? How many of us have budgeted or do have budget? Not in our
Madam,
head.
those of us,
It says written plans
Madam, those
that we follow,
you
we
wait.
keep records of expenditure. Hello? And with this research, they found out that 1/3 of families reported that they had a written budget, a household inventory, a list of all credit. So out of, if it is 100, it is, let's say, 90 people that the survey was conducted, it is only 30 of them who were having budget. If you should do that survey with the 86 people around here, when we are being truthful to ourselves, we will see that people are lacking the essence of preparing a budget, which land us into this financial stress. And also 20% that use, it said, the research also says that 20% of the family that use the budget, they don't even review it. They don't review it. So the ones that they've been using maybe 3 years ago is still in existence. With this evolving changing changing prices and other things, they are still, even the 1/3 that says they have the budget is long overdue, and they are using it as to now. So family financial management, who does it in the family? who is supposed to do financially manage the family?
Now, please, the
Madam, it is
homemaker.
both.
Madam,
Hello?
the wife.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Why the
both.
wife? The one who said the wife. Please, let's hear your reasons for saying the wife. Hello?
Hi, madam.
Mm.
Madam, I said the wife.
Why are you saying the wife?
Madam, please, as the man, as the head of the family, he always puts the money down, and as our culture demand, the woman who is in charge of the kitchen and then in charge of the house. Most of the time, we have been going to the market to buy the foodstuffs and then come and cook for the family. So I would say that it was the woman who have to do it and then seek the man. After doing it, you have to show it to the man for him to also glance through. But you have to. You are the main person who have to do that one, not the man, because you
Okay.
are the one in charge of everything, housekeeping, everything. Even sometimes changing the curtains in the room, it is your responsibility. So you are the one who know the needs and the wants of the family. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Please, it doesn't mean that the question should be directed to only counselors. It's all of us.
Okay, madam. So I say it is both for any of them because it depends on the characteristics. You may have two people, and then one is a spender, one is a saver. So if you say the wife should do, and then the wife is the spender, by the time you realize everything is gone. So the couples ought to understand themselves and know their qualities. If it is the woman who is a saver, who is diligent with money, then you allow the woman to take charge. And then the man should be willing to follow the plan of the woman. If it is the man who is a saver, then the man should be allowed to take the lead in that aspect for the woman to also be willing to follow. So it depends on the characteristics of both of them and then their willingness to follow who is stronger. If we go like you are the man, so you have to do it, and your characteristic doesn't permit you to handle money. By the time you go to town one Saturday and come back, 1,000 for the kids' school fees and other things we plan to have is gone. There are some people, when you ask them money, they cannot say no. Once it is on them, they will give it out. So if you allow this person to take lead in budgeting, you can't succeed. Let's give it to the
Okay.
one who is stronger in that aspect. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Any other? Please, not only counselors, so all of us. Let's
Hello,
bring our
madam.
experiences also into play.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, I would like to add up to the counselors on
Yes, please.
also any depending
Okay.
on depending on the family, what they have agreed on. But the most important thing is there should be clear communication, there should be
Okay.
trust, and then teamwork, so that the money is handled responsibly and then transparently. Thank you.
Okay. So research has shown that both spouses jointly handle family finance, regardless of life cycles. And there are aspects that the men take charge of and aspects that the women also take charge of. According to Rosen and Grabo, they are saying that the husband tends to handle implementation tasks, such as paying bills, and the women also are involved in decision tasks, such as policy decision on saving methods and budgeting. Please let me pick a call and then we continue. That's been coming. Sorry. So they are saying, research are saying that the survey that was done, it was not solely on one, it's not turning to only one particular line, whether it is only the male or it is only the female, but they are saying it is jointly handled, and that there are aspects that the men handle and there are aspects that the women handle, and that men handle implementation tasks, things that they have planned to do, and then such as paying of bills are always being most of the time handled by the men, and then any decision tax that balls on decision making such as savings and budgeting is always done by the, or most of the time done by the women. And so, which means that budgeting is very important when it comes to financial management of the family. So when we talk about budgeting, oh, hello. So when we talk about budgeting, what is it? The budgeting that we've said severally. What is it? What is budgeting?
Hello, madam.
Or have we been budgeting at
Hello,
all?
madam.
Yes, please.
Yes.
How do we do
It
it?
is a way to plan. Okay, so it's a way of planning and managing one's finances according to your resources.
So how is it done? How do you
Yes,
do
madam.
your own?
And my own. You draw your budget first, madam. Then you tackle the income. After that, the expenses too. That involves in whatever you want to buy or purchase. Hello, madam.
We are listening.
Yes. So you plan, you identify your expenses and setting your financial goals for yes, madam, please, that's how I budget. So you plan, you identify your expenses, and you set your financial goals to meet your objectives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Francisca.
Madam.
Hey. No, okay. Let's continue. Francisca, let's hear from you.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Please, budgeting maybe a plan that you have which you use to spend your money. The way you go about spending your money. It will help you to not to make unnecessary spendings. So first, you must look at the income that comes to you and the expenses that you are supposed to do. Maybe if it's a monthly budget that you want to do, the expenses that you do in the month, that's maybe some of the expenses are fixed. After that, then we go to the now in the budgeting. Sometimes that's what you are saying. You do is by following it is the problem. Then you make room for savings too. Once you are supposed to save out of that. So it's supposed to be something that is written. Me to me, something that is written. So I do I have two columns. Maybe once I want to do the amounts, then I write it beside it.
Okay. Alice.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Okay, so please, I also budget for the income at hand. I have expenses that I will make out of that money, maybe food, transportation, pay utilities. Maybe I do some social somewhere, so I have to take that savings aside. And then I have a debt that I'm supposed to settle or pay. I also take that one aside, and then I'll know the money that I'm left with. So that's how I do my budgeting.
Okay. Thank you all for your submission. So, looking at the definition or explanation of budget, it says that a budget is a financial statement that helps to systematize your income and expenditure. A detailed guidelines for spending over a short period of time. So, you are specifying how you are going to use the income that comes into your hand. And in doing that, it helps you to control your financial behavior. How do we normally do a budget? The first step is for you to estimate the cash receipt. And by this, it is telling us that our income varies. The income that comes to us varies. Although we are all teachers, or even if we are at the same grade, okay, maybe we are all assistant director two, assistant director two. It doesn't mean that our finances will be the same. It might be that the other person is involved in other activities. So, in estimating your income, it says that the first thing that you have to do when budgeting is to estimate the cash receipt. The cash receipt means that all the income that comes into you, that comes to you. So maybe your salary, your sales from your farm produce, or if you are involved in trading activities, how much you get within, how much profit do you get from the sales of those items in within the month? Or if maybe you are involved in some part-time teaching or all the things that you do that earns you income, you have to estimate all of them. Or even if it is your interest on investment or on your savings, that is also part of your income. So you estimate, you bring all of them together, and then you know how much is your income. Then with the budget, it says that some people prefer to do it weekly, others do it monthly, others also do it yearly, but preferably it is mostly done monthly. So after gaining receipt of all the income that comes to you, then you estimate your cash disbursements. Now, this is what I've gotten after my salary, adding up my salary, my interest on investments, my transfers. Maybe you'll be receiving some transfers elsewhere, and you add up, and maybe you are at 8,000. Okay, then you know that this is what will come to me this month. Then, before you come to your expenditure, if you do your expenditure and then you come and do your income, there will be some disparities. So always you estimate your receipt before you come to the estimate of your cash disbursements. So now you know that I have 8,000 to spend. Then you come to your expenses: light, water, school fees. As you list them, you also estimate, you give realistic prices to it. So for instance, you say a light bill, you can estimate it from how much you paid the previous month. You plan around that, the estimated price around that. So you don't just mention the things, you mention it with estimated prices. All of them. Lights, water, if there are school fees to be paid during that month, you add it up. You come to food, drinks. Oh, we have a lot. Your tithes, you mentioned a lot. If there are some transfers that you also have to make to your parents or else, you do all of them. Then with estimated prices. After the estimate, you add up your estimated prices. When you add up your estimated prices, accountants or financial experts are saying that your estimated prices should not exceed your receipts. If it exceeds, how are you going to achieve them? It means that your financial goal is unachievable. You can't achieve them. So always at worst is that they should be at par. They should balance. That is the worst situation. But it cannot exceed it. Now, in estimating your prices, they say that we have 3 forms of disbursement. When you are disbursing your receipt or your income, we have 3 disbursements. We have fixed, one of them is fixed disbursements. What are the fixed disbursements? Francisca, is your hand up or from the old one?
Madam, money that you spend on regular payments that don't change like that.
Okay. So there are certain expenses. Francisca Siedu. Francisca Siedu, let's hear from you. Okay. So these are expenses that they are done every month. You cannot escape it. Something like you are living in a rented place where you need to pay monthly. You can't say that you cannot give the rent to your landlord or your landlady. If it continues, maybe you can, if you are at a tight fist, you can just ask for permission to default for some number of months or something. But rent, utilities are something in the house, something like you can't say that you can't spend on food. It's not possible. You are not going to eat the whole month. So there are certain expenses that you cannot run away from, or you can't say you will not spend on. So those are the fixed expenses. They are commitments that have to be met at all costs. Then we have the occasional disbursements. So they are fixed costs that occur during the year, but not part of the budget period. So which means that at all costs you will spend on those things, but it is not on regular basis. But for you not to run into financial crisis, you have to put money there for it. Something like you know that you will pay fees in September. Okay? In September, I have to pay about 3,000. And I can't take 3,000 straight away from my salary and go and pay that fees, which means that you have to be saving bit by bit towards it. Rent can also come under occasional disbursement, whereby your rent is being taken yearly or maybe by annually. So which means that at the end of the year, if you are to pay 6,000 to your landlord, you can't take it from your salary straight away. You have to make regular savings towards it so that you can pay off that one. That is the occasional disbursement. So if it is you have been asked to pay 200 cedis rent every month, by the end of the year that the landlady or the landlord will take it. It means that every month, though it is an occasional disbursement, in order not for you to run into financial crisis, every month you have to put it down for that purpose. And that is the occasional disbursement. Then you have the flexible disbursement, recreation, gifts, personal care, among others. Those are the flexible disbursements. Now, when you make your budget, it says once the budget has been estimated, you have to compare figures and readjust the limits for the disbursement category so that the disbursements will not exceed receipts. As I said, your disbursement or your budget estimated price should not exceed your receipts. Now, when it does happen, what will you do? After making a budget and you see that after making your budget for the month and you see that the estimated prices, that is the disbursement, it has exceeded your receipts, what do you do? Hannah?
Madam, you just have to go back and then reduce whatever the amount that you have allocated to each of the item that you intend to buy or save. So you just have to go back and then do different thing altogether. You just reduce the amount that you allocated to each of the item. Thank you.
Those are the realistic prices. Maybe your rent is 200. Do you have to reduce the rent to 150? First, you realistically know it's 200.
Yes, please, madam. You can reduce it so that the following
Hey!
month you pay the rest. Yes. Okay,
No.
so that's why we have the flexible and the fixed one. So with the fixed, you cannot tempt, but with that of the flexible one, you can make changes. That's why it has been grouped into 3. So the fixed is fixed. You can't do
Please, let
anything
me
about
pick a
it.
call. Let me pick a call right now, and then we come back.
Okay, madam.
No, please, I can't hear anything. Is there a problem?
Hey.
Myself, the same.
There's no
Madam said that
problem.
she's taking the
It's
call.
just
She
that
did
She
not
said she
show.
want to
Madam
answer
Grace
a
is
call.
coming.
Madam Emuna, you are happy, counselor.
Absu.
Great at sea.
Hello? Hello.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
madam.
The times when you are having the call, then the coordinators will be calling. Prophet says I should ask you if you those who the housing management book. She said it's 45 Ghana cedis. And hello.
Hi, madam.
Hello,
Hello,
madam.
madam.
Is asking if you want a book for this course. Personal finance.
Oh,
So you'll be okay with the slides. So maybe the course coordinators, you think about it and let me know and convey the message to him. Okay,
yes,
where
please.
were we?
Madam,
Where were we?
madam,
Madam, you asked the question.
please, what
Hello,
about
madam.
the principles of housing management? How much is it?
Hey, housing management have said it. He said
45.
45.
Okay, all right.
And
Okay,
then
thank you.
you discuss. I don't want this one to interrupt my class. So you discuss and let me know so that I convey the message to him. Whether
We
did
already
he
bought
say
ours at
Hello,
50,
madam.
50 cedis. That's why I'm a little bit.
because
Hello, madam.
maybe the last one they paid 50, that's why. But I said this one is smaller.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
madam.
45. Mhm.
Hey,
Hello,
madam.
madam.
Hello,
Okay.
Please, madam,
please.
you were asking about you making your list, then you see that it's more than what you have listed. If your money is not up to it, what are you going to do? And one of our
Yes.
sisters said you reduce it. I think you make scale of preference. You look at
Okay.
the list that you have done. Which one is the most important one? When it comes to rent of house and then your maybe school fees, you get to know that the school fees is more important than the rent. So you can talk to your landlord. Then you look at the school fees aspect before making good use of the renting and payment of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution. The Alice, are you the one who made the first submission?
Madam, please, on which one?
The reducing of the estimated prices.
Oh, please.
Okay. The reducing of the whoever made that submission will not work because you have in budgeting you have to put realistic price there. As the second contributor said, the best thing to do is to prioritize. You make priorities so that you can fulfill the most important ones before the least important ones. Then the least important ones can be forward to the following month or the next month expenditure. That is one way of doing it. Yes, Elizabeth.
Okay, madam, thank you. To me, I would say
Mhm,
you will look at your flexible disbursements. If
mhm,
you reduce that one and still further it cannot still correspond to your income, then you go to the occasional. But for the fixed there, you cannot touch that one because if it is your savings, you are supposed to save. If it is also the food, you are supposed to do it. So those ones are not to be touched. That's my idea. Thank you.
thank you. Francesca.
And also, sometimes if it's happened that, as you said, you prioritize, and let's say your wants, or you remove some of them and take it to the next month. And sometimes if it happens that the next month is still like that, you can even look for alternative, maybe what to do so that you get more income. Then you try that.
Okay. But uh research has shown that hey, oh yeah, Samu. Hello.
Madam, we are with you.
There's a call that keeps coming. Let me pick it, please.
Madam Abutara.
How's the man when I case?
David Michael. Okay. In Ghana, when you do your survey, you will see that most people, about 60%, research has shown that about 60, this research was done by Mr. Amu, the course coordinator himself. 60% do not have an income that meets their expenditure. True or false? Because our income level is low. So our income is not able to sustain our disbursements. And even the few ones that can be able to meet, most of them lack financial knowledge to do that. So the best thing is for you to budget or to balance your budget is to look at your flexible disbursement. The fixed one, there are something that needs to be done. It is fixed. You can't take them out as someone's contribution. You only look at the flexible ones and prioritize the flexible ones. If you are not able to meet all of them, then you shift it to the next month. That is one way of doing it. Another way is for you to take on. You have to increase your income. So if you want to increase your income, every month you are shifting some of your disbursement to the next month, over even the ones that you are not able to meet it. If you shift it to the next month, it's going to be the same. So you look at the occasional one, you prioritize, and then you spend on the most important ones. If you can't do that, then you can also touch on the occasional ones. That for the rent, for instance, that you need to pay yearly. You can, although it is risky, you can use that money for some period. Then you make sure that you patch it up before the time is due for you to give out those monies out. And another alternative, either to touch on the occasional, prioritize the occasional and then the fixed, or you yourself, no matter what you do, it is not balancing. So what do I do? Another alternative is for you to increase your income. That is taking on additional job. And if you should do survey right now, you can see that most of you are doing additional job. And research has shown that if you want to be financially secured, you should be able to get in sources of money from different avenues. So most of the time, we say, oh, when you travel outside, it's easier for you to get money. Ask them. They are doing three jobs. But here, when we are doing one, we feel that, oh, it's okay for us. So another alternative is for you to also take on additional job. How do you now we have done our budget. We have estimated our cash flow or our income. We have estimated, we have listed all the things that we need. We've put estimated prices on them. We have calculated and we have seen that the receipts and then the disbursements either balances or the receipts and then there is a surplus when you take the disbursements from the income. So that surplus becomes your savings. We have taken pains to do that. Now it is up to us to put the budget to work. Any experience of how we put our budget to work? What do you do? What are some of the strategies? Anyway, is your budget working at all? The budget that we do we work with it?
Madam, please, sometimes.
No, please.
Lucy,
Yes, madam.
let's hear from you.
So, madam, sometimes I do bulk buying to save me from buying in bits, because I realize buying in bits costs me a lot. So I do the bulk buying for the month. Thank you.
Thank you. So does it work? The budget that you put down or you plan, do you put it to work? Do you follow it?
Yes, madam. I follow it, but sometimes there are expectations that comes your way which exceeds your balance, your budget. Like the last time I went to school, I parked my car. I didn't make any provision of buying a windscreen, but one of the kids threw a stone, a KG child, then it hit the back screen. That one too, the parents, if you see them, they want to eat grandpa, they don't have. So it sometimes get out of hand though.
This one is contingency. You should have told the insurance. Yes, the insurance has to pay.
Madam, I did third party, so.
Still.
I never knew.
They are supposed to.
Okay. I didn't know, so I
should have gone to them.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Yes, madam. So that has been the challenge, and sometimes you will be there and somebody will call you for an emergency from the family or elsewhere, and some of the money, when you give it out, you can't retrieve it. So those things actually put burdens on the budget that you have prepared. So at the end of the day, you end up not following it entirely. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, any other contribution? Are you following? Do you follow your budget? Let's hear your contribution. Hello, are we together?
Yes, please.
Judith.
Yes, madam.
Judith, let's hear from you.
Yes, please. Madam, please. So in preparing the budget, per my sister's explanation, does it mean that we should put a special money down, include it in the budget in case of unforeseen circumstances?
Okay. There's a question to ask.
Yes, madam. It is very important. Even if you are sewing, you leave some small allowances in the dress to cater for future eventuality. If the person grow a little bigger, the person can still do some alteration and sewing. So the same thing applies to our budgeting. You have to have something specially done. If by the end of the month nothing happened and that money is not touched, then hooray, it will be a bonus for the next month. Please, that's my view on that.
Okay. Anyone to add on? Somebody is asking, Should we put money down for eventualities? Your contribution.
Yeah, madam. I raised my hand, but I've not been called.
Okay. Aduma, is it Aduma?
Yeah. Yes, madam.
I thought
Yes,
you would be
madam.
talking about different issue. I thought you'd be talking about different issue away from
Different issues like what?
the question. Let's go.
Different issue like I'm not getting you,
You
madam.
let's
I thought we are okay.
let's talk. Mhm.
Okay. With the first one that my sister appears, you need miscellaneous so that at least when there's any eventuality, you fall on it. And then you also asked about how we are going to go about our budget, whether what will happen. And sometimes you plan your budget nicely, you want to follow your budget, and before you realize, maybe death or unforeseen circumstances will happen, as our sister just said. So you have to, sometimes you cannot even take half of what you have planned. You have to use all. For instance, my sister fell sick and was very serious and hospitalized at Kolebu, at Kabi. So whatever you plan, you realize that you cannot go um, with it. You need to forget about it and then move forward and then see whether your sister will be well. So I think sometimes you cannot go according to your budget due to unforeseen circumstances that will come. That's it.
Okay. All right. Yes, Asamoah.
Madam, uh,
Yeah.
what is on the platform right now? I suggest, to me, it's not, it might not be included in the budgeting because per the starting, we said, what I heard was the budgeting, when you are budgeting, you plan for the cash in hand. Then, if you want to spend what is the needs, later you consider the wants. Then none of us will plan for emergency. That I have this plan for emergency. Maybe I'm going to market, or by all means, maybe a car will hit me, so I have to put it in the budget. But I think it should be included in the saving. So that's my decision, or that's what I want to say, man.
Okay. Thank you for your submission. In making a budget or in any financial management, when you listen to financial experts or even with our finances, the way what I taught last semester on resources, we said that we should always put money there for unexpected occurrences. There should be money there for unexpected occurrences in our budget. To be financially secured, it says that no matter the amount that you receive, financial experts are saying that 50% of what we receive should go into our normal spending. 20% should go into either investments or savings. Another 20% should go for eventualities. And then 10% as miscellaneous. That is what you will use as gifts if there are your tithes and those things, gifts and tithe things, transfer and other miscellaneous. That is what, for us to be financially secured, that is what you have to divide our finances for. So if at this month you have say 20% on eventualities for this month, nothing happens, it doesn't mean that you should go for it. You should keep on adding, because the day it will hit, maybe it will hit harder. That will even call for credit to add up before it can meet that expenses. Hello. Hello.
Hi, madam.
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
So if you are budgeting on disposables, then you should, disposable means you are budgeting on consumption, then it should be on 50% of your income. The 2020 10% would have been taken already, so that when the eventuality comes, you can fall on that one to meet those needs.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, a question.
Just let the question come.
Okay, please, I would like to ask the money that we are putting aside for the future or unforeseen occurrence. Are we terming this as savings or it will be different from our savings?
It should be different. There should be separate accounts for all of them.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other? So now that you have made the budget, it is easier said than done, but it has to put into action. In order for you to succeed, if you don't follow it, then there is no need for you to spend time racking your brain and putting it down. So when it will work, if the budget will work, it means that you have made realistic prices. So if you have made your realistic prices, you know that the thing is 10 cedis, then you have written 8 cedis. You know it will not work. Are you going to beg for it to be reduced for you? So you should have realistic prices. That is, for it to work, you have to have realistic prices. After having the realistic prices, then you control your behavior. This is what I've put down to purchase. So you go by that one. You have to control. That is the best thing to do. You control yourself. Then the ones, it says that the financial manager can use the rubber stamp principle. The rubber stamp principle means that I'm not going to spend outside my budget. So anything outside the budget will not be bought or will not be purchased. So even if you need it, you shift it to the following month or the next month for it to be purchased, or you add it to the next month budget for you to use it. Any contribution on Irene? Any contribution on how we make our budget work?
Madam,
Yes,
my
please.
concern is on the savings and then the money for emergency. I think that the main reason why we save is for emergencies, just like you mentioned, maybe accident, sickness, or something. But you said the savings
So
should
it
be
should
separate.
be put together.
Because I know that the main reason why we save is for this things, emergency. Maybe you want to buy something, you want to do something, maybe for sickness and all those things. But if we are separating them, then I don't know the difference between them. I think it should be put together.
Okay. For me, even money for my school fees is separated. I have different accounts so that I don't enter into another one. So individual differences.
Okay.
You get it? I know that this money, this is my intention for this money. Although it's for emergency, this is my intention for this money. It can be that even with your emergency fund, it will, when it hits, it might be that you can even withdraw some of your savings and add it. Or it might be that it will be, you will have a lot of money in it, but with your savings, you will need something for the saving, and you can use that one to top up.
Okay, ma. But for
Yes.
examination purposes,
For
we can, for examination purpose, like,
it depends
do
on
we
how
have
you
to?
explain your,
Oh, okay.
yes, because we have financial management rules, and this is this is financial management rule
Okay.
50 20 20 10. When you look into any financial management principle book, that's what they say: 50 20 20 10.
All right. Thank
So
you.
you can, for will we do it next semester? I don't know.
Issues with finance, yeah, next semester.
Next semester, okay.
Yes,
Then that
please.
is where it will crop up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, madam.
Yeah.
Hello, madam.
Yes. I said, any experience of how you've made your budget work, share it with us.
Madam,
Yes.
we sometimes, you know that sometimes when the money comes and you don't disperse it first like that, it's worry. So what we do is, after we look at our budgets, maybe money for food, if we have it in cash, we do use something like the envelope. You buy envelopes so that we put the food money inside, the one we're using for transport inside, for maybe buying savings inside, so that like you will not use the ones that maybe you say that you have, so that you know that this one is for this purpose. So that's what my family will do, is so that I may not be tempted to use the money for anything else. Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Madam,
Yes.
before I go to the bank to take my money, I sit down to write the needs, or I draw the budget before I go and withdraw. And then if I withdraw, I use it for those purposes. And I don't normally go to the bank on market days, because sometimes you may be tempted to see something on the road and you think you need it, but actually you buy it and then you actually don't need it. So payday, I don't go for my money on market days. That day, I relax, cry, I draw my budget, immediately I withdraw, then I divide it accordingly, then I'm good to go. Thank you.
Thank you for your insightful contribution. Okay. So anything, all financial management strategies that we exhibit, it's not supposed to be for just some few days or months. It should be lifelong, something that will take us till the end. So for us to achieve that financial freedom, or to achieve our financial goal, research has shown that it all boils down to budgeting. So you keep record of all your budgets, January budget throughout to the year. It serves as a financial assistant for us. It helps us to monitor how we are spending our financial resources, or how we make use of our financial resources over a period of time. And most of us, our budgets are in our head. That is not budget. They are, I don't know how we will call it. So it has to be written. Then you keep record of them. January, when I did it, Did it work out for me? Did what I wanted to achieve, was I able to achieve? We learn if I'm not able to achieve, what went wrong, so that we will use it as a yardstick for the following month. So it is very important to keep a record of all our financial transactions. And so that the record also help us to provide evidence of important events, something like marriage, death, birth. So when it happened, when I was married, how much did I spend? It's always there for you to know. When there's any death in the family and then the funeral was carried out, what is the totality of amount that we spent? It is there as a record for future planning of such eventuality. Strategies to ensure good financial management. Now we have to be financiers of our own affairs, or financiers of our own income. The first strategy is for us to make realistic budgets. Make conscious effort to stick to the budget. Use shopping lists and stick to it. You can use budget shopping list, but the probability of even the list getting missing before you get to the market is high. So you use the list and then you stick to it. There's someone is saying that she will not go around the marketplace during market days. So it's also saying that carry on you each time only the amount of money needed. So you estimate, when I'm going to the market, these are the things that I'm going to buy, and they all amount to 500 Ghana cedis. Then you take around 510. If you see something, you don't have money for it, that is also another strategy. Or not even going to that place at all is also a strategy. Avoid impulse buying. It says, if possible, avoid impulse buying. There are some impulses that are good. At times you chance on something and it is cheap, then you buy it for use. But if you think that those items are unnecessary, then you avoid impulse buying. Make savings a permanent portion of your budget. Then they are saying that as much as possible, no matter how small, people even that we regard as high income family, they are also struggling with their finances. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. If you think that, oh, let me spend the excess, then I save, you will never save. So you make it, the savings should also be part of your budgeting. It should be taken out before spending. But if you want to spend, the rest that is left and you used to save, it will not work. It means you will not save. And it said that we can also use non-money income, household production, be able to do certain things for ourselves, if possible. Our own washing, our own cleaning, everything. Do we want to pay for somebody to do it for us? You will be at a loss. Use the non-money income, be able to do things for your own self to let money stay in the family. Prioritize your goals and then expenditure. Any questions so far?
Madam, please, I didn't get the last point.
Prioritize your goals and then your expenditure. Things that are so much important to you that you wish to spend on. You make priorities of them. When do we say somebody is financially secure? Sorry, any question on what we've discussed so far? Okay. At what point in time would you yourself tell yourself that, oh, I'm financially secured?
Madam,
Yes.
once you can spend within your budget and you don't go struggling with money so much, you say you are financially stable or secured.
Okay. Thank you for your submission. Yes. When do you say you are financially secured?
Madam,
Counselor.
Yes, please. When you have enough financial resource that even if you stop working for the next 5 years, you'll be okay. Then we will
Hey.
say you are secured.
Okay. Cynthia. Hello. Cynthia, your hand is up. Wow. Pearl. Ah. Please, anyone who is ready should speak.
Okay,
Because their
madam.
hands are up. When I
Okay.
call them, it's
Okay.
silence.
Madam, when you say someone is financially
Madam,
secure, it means when someone or when a person have enough resources to cover all his needs and the emergency in life. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. Yes, if you are ready to talk, you talk. Because the hands that are up when I call, they don't respond.
madam,
you are financially secured when you are able to live within your means. At the end of the month, the salary that comes to you, you use it wisely. You don't go borrowing from other places. Then you can say that you are financially secured.
Okay.
madam, I would say
Yes.
that I would say I'm financially secured when I'm able to meet my needs. Maybe the needs that I have now in the future without any stress. Then I may say that I'm financially secure.
Thank you. Yes. If you are ready, you speak. Because the hands, if I call, they don't respond. Okay. So financial security is subjective. Financial security is subjective to each and every individual. To some people, financial security is being able to cater for your needs within the month and having some savings and investments. If you have someone saying if you have savings and you have investments, you are financially secured because the dividends that will come and the profits, dividend from the investments and profits from the savings can cushion you for your expenses over the month or over a period of months. So some are saying that to be financially secured is to have savings and investments. When you read other financial books, they will tell you one is financially secured, especially those of us who are working. If you are able to live our normal financial lives for continuous 6 months if you are not receiving salary. Hello.
Hi, madam. Hi.
Are you there?
Yes, please. Yes, we are.
So if you are able, let's say that, maybe there are some discrepancies in the payroll system, so your pay has been halted for 6 months, and within that period of 6 months, you are able to live your normal financial life for that period without crediting, without loan from anybody. Are you there?
Madam, we are there.
Hey.
This one, hey. Then we are all not financially secure, though. Hey.
So
Simply put, you are not financially secured in any way.
So if you cannot make that, you cannot live up to that 6 months without salary, your savings and investments cannot cater for you for that period of time. It means you are not financially sound. The question back, are we financially sound?
Madam, I am not financially sound.
No. We are not.
Yes. So what do you do to get there? What do we do to get there? What strategies are we going to employ?
And you need to have extra source of income.
Yes. Extra sources of income. As for teachers, I know everybody, if not 100%.
Then we have to upgrade ourselves.
Yes. You have to upgrade. Yes.
Madam.
Hello, madam.
You have to also do additional job creation.
Yes, you can't be a teacher and be a millionaire.
Yes, madam.
So,
madam, we have to get work to our teaching.
The former president said so.
Yes, madam.
Yes, everybody says so. Well, I
be a
millionaire.
So it means we all need additional jobs. We all need additional jobs for us to increase our income to get to that level. So the question is, what is the consequences if you are not up to that financial freedom or financial security? If not gotten to that financial security, what is the consequences? This month. This month.
Goal that you
Please mute. When you don't mute, then we'll be getting feedbacks. Okay. Please, let's hear from you.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, I will say that you live with debt.
Madam, I said you cannot attain your set goals.
And then even with your basic needs, you will struggle to get them.
Okay.
and stress and anxiety every day. You wouldn't have peace of mind.
Okay.
And madam, you become liability to friends.
Mm-hmm.
And also
Yes.
you lose respect.
So we have some people, what they do is to list some people's names, always demanding from those people. So you'll be thinking, where should I go? Where should you are always only calling people for assistance. And it will get to a time those people will not even mind you again.
Yes, madam.
You lose your self-respect. It leads to embarrassment. Okay. Yes. Other consequences.
Sometimes too, you can mix good opportunities like education and investments since you are not secure to do that.
Okay. So what is our objective of any? Why do we have to financially manage our income? What is the objective? All the things that we are learning, stressing ourselves on financial management. What is the objective? What is the essence?
Madam,
Yes.
please to become financially independent.
Okay. Any
Hello,
other?
madam.
Yes.
Hello, madam. It means that by the
Yes,
end
we are
of
all
this
hearing.
finance program that we have,
We should be able to manage our finances wisely and make good decisions when we have the money in hand.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, it will help us to identify more opportunities so that we can develop ourselves and get more income.
Thank you. Yes. Any other?
Madam,
Hello,
please, I also
madam.
think it will help us to achieve our goals and the objectives that we've set.
Okay. Hello, Susan.
Madam, so that we'll be debt free. We won't go around borrowing from friends anytime we have an emergency.
Okay. Thank you.
And then to help us to grow our wealth and prepare for our future.
Thank you.
It will help us to
So
have a more
financial,
stable life.
yeah. So all these are the reasons why we have to engage
Madam,
in
please.
financial
It will also help us
strategy.
to have a sound mind when we go on retirement.
Yes, please. Oh, today I'm happy. The contributions are yummy. So, and I like the way financial management starts with yourself. You need to improve on yourself. Self-improvement is a long-term investment. Self-improvement is a long-term investment, which you will never regret. So when you have the opportunity to better yourself, to upgrade yourself, you have to do it. You have to do it, especially the bold step that you have taken for this course. After this course, that is not the end. There are other courses that you can take that can land you when you move from the SHS. You can also move to the colleges of education or the technical universities or the traditional universities, which brings better offers. So that you become financially sound. There are enjoyment somewhere. People are enjoying.
Yes, so
Hello, Susan, your
Madam,
hand is
please, my
up.
hand is up. Yes.
Okay.
Madam, you see, we lack education on some of the courses we can do to improve ourselves. I think some of the courses the subjects should include some of these things so that we'll know where to pass. I don't know if you are getting my point, because some of us don't know
I
where to
don't get
go
it.
from here. The courses, yes, to do in order to upgrade ourselves and the rest. So some of us are stuck at the primary level. So I think when you introduce the courses, you should at least include some of these things so that we know where to pass and the rest. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So after this course, they've mounted, I think, masters in this program. You can continue with it. If you have the time, you can go and do MPhil straight away from the regular university. That one is 2-year course. When you finish, you can apply for the technical university, any of the universities. Then after that, you can do your PhD to finalize it. And I bet you will never regret. You will never regret the opportunities and then the financial enumerations. They are far, far better off than the basic.
Madam.
Okay, madam.
So,
So meaning from here, when you go and do the MPhil, you are going to be off the payroll, right?
no,
So there's no
you will not be off the payroll.
how do you call it, steady leave. No steady
It
leave with
depends.
pay. Like
It depends. It depends.
Mhm.
Some
Mhm.
you can talk to your head. There are some heads, they are liberal. Me, for instance, when I was doing my course, I just told my head. He agreed. I did it. There are some heads who at times you work with people. At times I tell people that I've
Some are
never
PhD heads too. PhD heads. Pull him down.
when I started my teaching, I never wrote for a letter for maternity leave. I was so fortunate to have good headmaster. I go even when I come, madam, are you okay? I said, oh, I need that additional 1 month. Oh, go and come.
Good for you.
I had a very yes, I had a very good headmaster, and it also
Madam,
depends
which
on your
area?
even there is the need. There is the need to write letters. I think you are given. I don't know much. Maybe you can inquire from the regional office whether they give a steady leave for MPhil. If not, at the SHS level, you are not teaching every day. You can have an arrangement with some of your colleagues. Oh, maybe I'll be away for lecture Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can arrange your lecture, your teaching with other colleagues so that you can, when you come, you also take that period. Or even if you have to write a letter, you can write a letter. If they will not permit you to do the MPhil, do the masters online. Then 1 year master online. Okay. Then you take the 1 year MPhil in on campus. That one, it is not, you will not, when you finish your project, it is project work. So your supervisor can even ask you to mail. You will be talking on phone. You travel to campus once a while. And you can do that to give you opportunity to
Thank you, madam.
move higher.
Madam, in fact, you make my deal. Even the lesson itself, to the different. You make my day with this explanation.
And you see, we all need this. You don't talk. We all need this information, but you don't talk.
We need it. Madam,
So,
thank you. Madam, it's true.
Madam, God bless you. God
so
bless
you
you.
should be
But we always
self-motivated.
need these things more than.
Don't say, oh, don't say that, oh, you can't do it. Let me use myself as when I was doing my MPhil, my colleagues were laughing at me. Why do you have to worry yourself after getting degree? I'm worrying myself. I just went on and I finished. When I finished, I was applying, but I was not getting. They were, after all the schooling that you did, what did you get? They were still laughing at me. But what was added to my salary was 50 Ghana or so. I was so annoyed. But as I was there, I was applying. Then I got a place, another place, and immediately I left. It became a eye opener to all of them. When I left, they are all doing their MPhil. And I didn't keep quiet. I told them what I was getting at, what I'm getting. So it motivated them, and they've all left. They are all schooling now.
In fact, Madam, God
Madam,
bless you
glory be
so
to
much.
God. We thank God for your life.
So my grandmother will always say, use school. Even if you don't use it, just put it under your trunk. A day will come that you will pick it and use it. And after my MPhil, it took me 6 years before I got university. Whether long or short,
Wow.
it says that you get the certificate, put it under your trunk. A day will come that you will pick it. And that day came and I picked it. So it might not be that when you finish that, then you get what you want. It might take a bit while, but we should aspire to always move higher. So the central objective of family financial management is to improve family financial well-being, for you to be financially secured. It can also improve your financial status. You become satisfied with your current financial situation. Who gets satisfied with extensiveness of financial management behavior? In the family, if we all exhibit some financial restrictedness for us to get financial breakthrough, who benefits? Hello?
Hi, Madam.
Who benefits
Hi,
from our
Madam.
financial behavior?
Madam, please, the entire family.
The entire family.
Yes, please.
You will not be thinking about how to make ends meet. Children will also be happy. Everything that you provide, everything that they need is being provided for them. Husband have his or her peace of mind. He's not the only one bringing on board. The wife is not the only one bringing on board. There is contribution from all angles. So we all become happy. Life is for a short period. You have to enjoy life. So this is the time that you have to work hard for it. So for me, for instance, you see me everywhere. Every teaching, I'm in it. Every marking, I'm in it. Skills. Someone was asking me, what do I use those monies for? I said, I'm saving for retirement so
I
that I
have to
can
copy,
enjoy my.
madam.
I have to enjoy my.
I have to copy.
Now, those who are financial managers, they are saying that our children are not investments. I've taken care of you, so at all costs, when I grow old, you should also take care of me. Take care of all my needs. Some people will never build. They are waiting for their children to come and build for them. Why didn't you build? If you are not able to build, will your children be able to do that for you? It depends. So we have to secure our future now and let the children also enjoy their future. We need the financial. This is our vibrant age is the age that we need to work and plan for our retirement. Retirement is enjoyable when you are financially secured. You are staying in your own house, you are having your pension car, you are enjoying your pension benefit. That is the joy. Not the time that you are now planning how to use your money wisely. This is the time that we have to plan on financial management. You focus on the future, you picture the future, how the future should be, and that should reflect in your financial management behavior now. Let's increase our income, let's work with our budget, and the future will be bright for us.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Thank you very much. But I have another question. Maybe that one too will benefit all of us. With
Okay.
the bonds and the shares and the rest you talked about, I don't know if any of us has an experience or if you have an experience on how it's done. And there are sometimes some people may be having some small money somewhere to put either in this. Treasury bill is very low this time.
Okay.
So with the shares and bonds and the rest, I don't know if you have knowledge on how it's done and the rest. I think it will benefit all of us.
Okay. Has
Thank you
anyone
very much.
involved in it? Has anybody bought those shares and want to share with us? Okay. I once engaged in eco bonds. They say eco bonds. I bought the shares. Later, that was a bad experience. Maybe by then I didn't know I have to take it to the brokers. So later when I want to offload my shares, I was not following their advertisements and other things, not knowing they have closed up that shares about 5 years before I took my own to go and offload it. So I didn't get anything. So since then, yes, since then, I've not even looked at their activities. But what I should have done was to follow whenever they call for meeting online. I think I was not following their activities, thinking that I can take it anytime and then I'll go and take up my money. By the time I was ready to sell my shares, they've already closed that shares long time. So I didn't get anything. And from that day, I've never involved myself in shares. But then people who are into it are saying it is lucrative, because some of them, they take the dividends and interest maybe every 3 months, and that is what caters for their expenses. When the government insisted on haircuts, you see the resentment of others, that most of those who are on pension, that is where they take their investment to, so that every 3 months they go for the dividends and then they use it for their hospital expenses and other expenses. But I've not actually involved myself in it again.
Thank you, madam.
So I think it works like how the treasury also work. So there is an agreement. You'll be given some certificates. They will explain things to you, and then you know. For the stocks, they normally, whenever, because you are for the stocks, because you are a shareholder, anytime they are making they are having meeting. I have a stock long time with some. They've been sending me messages, but anytime they are having their meeting, I forget. It is going to happen to me again. But they will send the message, all right. Even reminded me. They will send the message, all right, but I forget to follow, join the meeting. So everything that concerns the stock will be discussed during the meeting. So they will ask you whether the interest that you have gotten on your stock, whether you wish to be given to be sent to your account to remain only your shares, or you will use it to buy another share. Do you get it?
Yes, madam.
So there are some modalities, but that's how it works. But I learned that one, the stock and then the bonds, their interest rate is very high than the treasury.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome. Any question? So we've come to the end of the semester work on personal finance. That is all that we've been given to learn, and we are done within 3 weeks. Yes, Rejoice.
Hello, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes.
When we look at the slide that you gave us, we have finished with it right now. But on our platform, some are posting other slides, and we can see that it is into detail than this one. So please, what do we do?
I've already discussed that thing here before. We are working with the course coordinator. We have different course coordinators in a department. Okay, let's take your school. You are all colleagues. Maybe this year they will ask you to handle that course, and you will come out with your slide. Another year they will ask another person to handle. The person will also come out with his or her slides. This is what my coordinator has given me to teach. I've seen those slides. I worked with those slides last 2 years. But this current coordinator is using the slide he has given me to use. So this is what I will use.
All right, thank you, madam.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Hello, madam.
Maybe you can use that one for clarification, but this is what I have been given to teach. Hello.
Yeah, madam, thank you very much. I want to ask, we'll be asked to go and do attachments or something like that. I want
Teaching
to ask.
practice.
Yeah, teaching practice. Thank you. can we go to the
And I think
vocational, the
attachment
technical?
2. Attachment
Hello.
2 is part of. You'll be asked to go to hotels or something. I think attachment is also part. Let's continue.
Okay, so can we go to the technical school and do that, or only the senior high?
Senior high.
Okay, thank you. But after the course, maybe after the course, can we teach at the technical in case we get chance there? Can we teach? Or it's
Yes.
only senior high?
You can teach.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Madam.
Yes.
Please, I want this clarification. Please, what is the difference between MEd and then MTech?
Wait, me teacher. Madam.
MEd is Masters in Education.
Yes, madam.
Of which most of you have done.
Yes, madam.
So that one, it comes without your course content.
Yes, madam.
Educational courses.
Yes, madam.
And then the MTech is both. The MTech is for the technical AO university. So
yes.
for those on the tech,
Okay. So, madam,
Madam, how about the MPhil?
Please,
the
let me
MPhil is with the MPhil is equivalent to MTech. Okay.
Yes, madam.
MPhil is equivalent to MTech. The MPhil is given by the traditional universities. Then the MTech is being issued by the technical universities. But they are at par.
Madam.
So,
yes.
Madam.
Yes,
please. Food and nutrition, the course that we are offering right now.
I'm listening.
I said the course that we are doing now, food and nutrition, vocational. Can we also get a part-time job at the hotels?
Will you get the time?
But I'll get to. It's a matter of arranging myself. But we mean business. We mean business.
Oh, you can't do okay. Anyway, maybe they will give you some 2 hours, 3 hours part-time work. But yeah, you have to give in.
Sister.
Because the hotel world is they want your full attention. And it is shift work.
Okay.
It is shift. It will be so stressful for you. Unless maybe you are giving weekends. You tell them you are a teacher and then you want only weekends and they will agree to it. That one is fine. Okay, you'll be a part-time worker, so they will know how to schedule you. You are not full-time.
Okay. Thank you.
You can get work.
Madam.
Yes.
Please, so can we use this certificate to apply for MTech?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You can use it to apply for MTech, MPhil, MEd.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam, please, we'll be calling you so for more assistance and career guidance.
Okay. Desmond.
Even after the call.
Okay. I'm ready to assist. But you have to call. Don't send message. I hardly read messages.
Please, madam, where are you? I'm in the town.
Hey, madam.
Then from
Twin City. Madam, if we say Kunde.
Eh.
Inyo na sisi amu
Ewe nam a second name.
Ma mpocho ya me maame na ode tom. Na man kasa me ye
Madam,
fan.
Okay.
Hello, madam. Can you please educate us a little on the MTech that Ewanam was talking about?
Okay. In the technical aspects, okay, they have their hey, please mute. Every university and their line of progression. For the technical universities, they have the proficiency grade 1, proficiency grade 2. So the proficiency grade 1 is the JHS. Their proficiency grade 2 is the SHS. So when you come, you come and continue with HND. Or the degree that becomes the proficiency group grade 3. Then you have masters in technology. That is the MTech. Then you have PhD in technology, PTech. That ends it. When you go to the technical for the traditional universities, if you want to toe that line, then after your SHS, you get your degree. After your degree, you get your MEd, MSc, or MPhil. But when you do MEd, you will still do MPhil. If you do MSc, Masters in Science, Masters in Education, Masters in Arts, you will still do MPhil, Master in Philosophy, before you can do your PhD. Please, are you okay with
Confused.
Yes,
Madam.
madam. So after this course, you can go straight to the MPhil, right?
Yes. After this course, if you want to do MEd, it means that you will not do project work, or you will not write thesis. Do you get it? That is the MEd,
yes,
MSc. It means that masters without thesis. Master of Philosophy, masters with thesis. That one you will do 1 year, supposedly 1 year coursework, 1 year project work, of which is difficult to finish within that 1 year. So when you that one comes with thesis, that makes it MPhil. So before you get to the PhD, you should do thesis in the master's level. So if you have not done that, they will not grant you the permission to do the PhD.
Madam.
Yes.
Thank you, madam.
Home economics in colleges of education. I don't know if you know so much about it, but I've been hearing people say that at the colleges of education, you can only do clothing or food. And if you do, let's say this family resource, it's not likely you get college to teach in. I don't know if you've also heard that.
I was even called to Fosu College of Education and I didn't go. You can. They have all the 3 aspects there. The issue is if you are doing clothing and there is vacancy for management, they will not pick you. Do you get it? They want people who have done masters in their respective areas. So they also teach the management. They teach the food and nutrition. They teach clothing. So you have to master in one of the areas for you to get employment at those places. You can't say, oh, I did home accounts, so I can handle any home accounts. They will not accept it. They want the area that you mastered on.
But madam, is it true that because everybody does a bit of management, and when you do food and nutrition, you should be able to teach management.
No, please.
Okay, thank you.
They will not give it to you.
Okay.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, do they offer distance education for MPhil home econs?
No, please.
Okay.
Distance will be on masters, MEd.
But for the MPhil, you have to go to campus. You have to
Yes.
stay on campus.
That doesn't mean you have to stay on campus. You can do it. It's not online. It's face to face.
Okay.
So you can, you know that you will not get steady leave. Steady leave is going to be an issue, or distance is going to be an issue. Then you do the online masters. When you are done, the thesis work is between you and your supervisor. So some supervisors, when you do the work, then you mail it to the person, or you go and see your supervisor every 3 months. That one, it will not interrupt with your teaching. And you can even do that during vacation or something. It will not interrupt with your teaching. But with the MPhil, you have to go to campus for your lectures.
Okay.
Madam, please, do we have anything like
much.
MPhil in home economics?
Yes, please.
Before, if you want to, let's say the 3 aspects of, okay, no, it's not only 3, but the aspects of home economics, can you also specialize in that during your MPhil's education?
MPhil is about from masters upwards is specialization. So you can't say I'm going to do masters home econs wholesale. No, you take one.
Okay.
Hello, madam, please. What if you've done home econs for degree and masters? I mean, MEd. And then for the MPhil, you want to do management in living. Is it skirt and blouse?
It's not. Do you have MEd home economics in general?
In food and nutrition.
Yes, then it's skirt and blouse. You have to continue your line.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So, madam, are there people on campus who have left the teaching profession and are now doing their MPhil like for the 2 years?
I can't really tell. During my time, we were all teaching and combining.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
How can you stop work
Thank
and
you,
school
madam.
if you finish and you don't get work?
Yes.
What is even going to sustain you on campus? So secure
But
your job.
where we the distance is so huge, like from Koko to UCC, it's about Minkan is Empo.
So do the online masters. When it gets to the MPhil, that one you will not go to campus for lecture. You only go and meet your supervisor, maybe every 3 months.
Okay.
You will be talking on phone.
Madam.
You will be mailing your work.
Okay. Thank you,
Madam. Hello, madam.
So,
hello,
madam.
Yes.
I wanted to. I had an experience with the MPhil thing. My brother did it, and he did it regular. It is a regular course, and so he was at Kasua, and he was teaching there in the basic school. So he wanted to do the MPhil straight, and it was not easy for him. It was really stressful. He even nearly had a problem with his headmaster. So, but
that is why I'm saying,
yes,
it is. If you be able to do it, it also depends on the kind of head that you get.
Yes,
the kind of head teacher that you get.
So if you know that the school you are, it's very the strictness is very high. You don't bother yourself to do the MPhil straight. You just do the masters, and then, as Madam is saying, then later you do the MPhil.
Yes.
Madam, please, does the MPhil limit you to the classroom only? And what about the MTech? If you don't want to continue to teach,
I don't even know what to say. As you move, it is only in educational sector. If you do MPhil, it means, or MTech, it means you aspire to teach at the technical or the traditional university or the colleges of education. If you want to go outside the classroom, they also have their own requirements. For them, they don't need any MPhil for anything. Unless we have some jobs, if you have your master's, you are on top. Unless on management position that they want certain specifications, specializations. You go to maybe the tourism, Ghana Tourism Authority. For you to be able to head, their condition is that you should be a PhD holder.
Okay.
So to fulfill that mission, you have to get it. Now, in the educational sector, for you to be an SHS head, you should have at least masters. So every job and their specification of their managerial rules. So unless you have entered that place, you will not know.
thank
So
you.
what I
Thank
mean in teaching is that teaching is progressive. You do your set A, you teach at the basic, you do your secondary education, you teach at secondary, you do your MPhil, you teach at the technical, the tertiary institution. It qualifies you for that.
Thank you so much.
So
Hello,
we've come
madam.
to the end
Madam,
of.
please, my question. Madam, last one, please. Okay, please, I would like to know if, assuming that you have a med, but not in home economics, let's say guidance and counseling, can I use the
Yes.
switch, the switch to do the MPhil in home economics, or I have to do
Yes,
med
please.
before?
Yes, yes.
I can.
Hey,
You can.
Alice.
Yeah. It means that counseling is sideline.
Yes,
It's
please.
become a bonus.
Yes, please. So after
Yeah,
the
you
switch,
can.
I can do MPhil straight.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Absu.
Okay. So this is
Great,
the end of the course. You can use the other slides to understand it better. Next week too, we will meet and then we revise all the things that we've done. So you read on it, any questions, then you bring it up. Okay, so next week we'll be meeting at 12 o'clock. Same time to revise the semester work.
Thank you, madam.
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
madam.
madam.
We are grateful.
Madam, we are
God
so
Bye.
bless
grateful.
We
So,
can't thank you. We'll be contacting you.
please,
Let me
most
speak.
of the time, if you
Nyamin
send
trouble
WhatsApp,
the wine.
amen.
But unsure.
If you want my services, you call. Don't message. Don't message.
Okay, madam.
Yeah,
Yes,
grateful.
madam. Okay.
Thank you. Good night, madam.
Okay. Bye bye.
God bless
Bye,
you.
bye, bye, bye.
Bye, madam. Bye bye. And then I'm going to show you that. Deaconess Alice, Nyankopɔn nhyira wo aso Deaconess Alice, Nyame nhyira wo.
Sir, also happen. Simple full office. Who on my yard is on my end, bye.
This is almost any bad by that make have same.
Please, have we close? Please, have we close?
Roma, Yapon.
Happen.
Mommy,
Hey.
Roma, Yapon. Now,
Mrs. Unsumini around.
and now it's a wapon, and also a pole. Only public cars are for Bye bye. You guess you're right.
Okay.
Olivia. Oli. Olivia.
Soft mommy. Soft mommy. And I know.